I got you stuck. Got you stuck off the real. The realness.
Welcome to the Audacity Podcast. I am the man on the street. Well, you can see what we're going to be talking about today because I never thought a man could get so low and be so disrespectful to a country that he says he loves. Donald Trump basically is furious. Flags will be at half-mast for Jimmy Carter during his inauguration. As you can read there, Trump is furious. Flags will be at half-mast for Jimmy Carter during his inauguration. Hey, let's go ahead and get into it. There he goes right there, ladies and gentlemen. There he go, Mr. I Love America, kissing the American flag. Every time you see him, he's just make America great again. But yes, he's upset that a long-standing tradition is going to be happening during his inauguration. President Donald Trump plans for a perfect inauguration are being foiled by former President Jimmy Carter, who died last week at the age of 100. As is standard practice in memorializing dead former president, American flags displayed at federal building grounds and on naval vessels will be flown at half-mast for 30 days. This is a period of national mourning. While 30 days may seem like a long time, it is a decades-long tradition reserved for sitting and former president, one that Trump would theoretically be granted upon his passing. But for President-elect Donald Trump, the notion that the death of a predecessor could interfere with the aesthetics of his return to power is unconscionable. Whenever a president dies, sitting or former president, all flags will be at half-mast on federal government grounds, buildings, naval vessels. But you have an issue with that, Mr. I Love America? It doesn't make sense for you to act like a little child. It's like, oh, Jimmy Carter did this to spite me. He died before I could be inaugurated. He knew what he was doing. No man knows the time when death is going to come upon them. No man or woman. We all don't know the date that we're going to die. We don't know that. Jimmy Carter didn't pick that day. It was just his time to go on to glory. But yet, you shows how despicable you truly are. Let's go on. Because of the death of President Jimmy Carter, the flag may, for the first time ever during the inauguration of a future president, be at half-mast. This is Donald Trump. This is Donald Trump talking right here. This is what he wrote on Friday on his Truth Social. Nobody wants to see this, and no American can be happy. Let's see how it plays out. Make America great again. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is something else. This is how you sound, Donald Trump.
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
You need to be medicated. You need to be medicated. Because upon your passing, the flags will be at half-mast for 30 days. And who's to say that you may not, or let's say, who's to say that you may die during the time somebody else get inaugurated? And the flags will be at half-mast just to show respect to you. It's a long decades tradition. But yet, you show me how despicable you truly are. Mr. I Love America. Mr. Let's Make America Great Again. Anything that doesn't make you feel as though that you king of the world, or anything that happens while you're being, patted on the back, or anything that takes shine away from you, you have an issue with it. But it's not taking shine from you. Everybody can be watching you raise your right hand to take the oath to be the president of the United States again. Whether we want to or not, you're going to be the 47th president of the United States. The most powerful man in the world. And you want that respect. But yet, you don't respect your former president. You don't respect nobody else. But you want everybody to respect you. It doesn't make sense. Mr. I Love America. Let's go. It goes on to read that the president-elect also, this kills me right here. He also criticized Democrats for feeling giddy over the prospect of the Capitol flags being at half-mast during his inaugural ceremony. They think it's so great. And I'm so happy about it because in actuality, they don't love our country. They only think about themselves, he added. Nobody's giddy at the passing of a loved one. Nobody's giddy at the passing of somebody they may respect. But yet, like I said before, you such a despicable man. I don't even call you a man. I don't know what you are. You such a despicable person that you will say something like that. It sounds to me that you don't love America. You don't love America enough because the traditions should be changed for you. In your passing, the flags could be at half-mast for 30 days. Whether some Americans like it or not, it's going to be at half-mast. Your followers, they may want the flags to be at half-mast for 60 goddamn days. Better yet, a year. But you will be given 30 days of the flags being at half-mast on all federal buildings. And that is just to show respect because you served this great nation of ours for 2 terms, whether good or bad. But yet, you don't want to give that respect to one of your predecessors. They're talking about Democrats. It sounds to me that you don't love this country. Oh, you love it when it put money in your pocket, in your family's pocket. Oh, yeah. But when it comes to show respect to somebody that did the job that you're being reelected to do, to somebody that was a humanitarian, to somebody that lived to be 100, somebody that in his later years was still building houses. But it's all about you, Mr. Donald Trump. When asked if the White House would consider breaking with mourning protocol and raising D.C. flags at their full height on Inauguration Day, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre emphatically said no. No. Why should they? They won't do for any other president that happens to die and the other person is coming in and becoming the president again, on the president-elect becoming the president. Why? It's tradition. It's respect. So why should they break it for you? Mr. I Love America. It's funny. It's funny. Somebody, I guess on Facebook and on social media, that is, say that the year started out with WTF. What the? Yeah. And now it seems like this is an omen because the country is in mourning for one former president, and we might be in mourning because you're reelected to be president. You see how the universe works? Look at this. Mr. I Love America. Mr. I can't see things unless it's through my rose, my what glass roses glasses. Well, I think that's the saying that they say. You know what I'm saying? I know you're a habitual liar. Every time you open your mouth, you lie about something. You remember back this in 2017? It is not the first time Trump has fixated on the spectacle of his political events. Particularly his inauguration in 2017, the president-elect falsely raved for weeks that the crowd of attendees that witnessed his swearing in was the largest in American history and that the media had lied about the attendance of the event out of spite. We all know why you say that because of this next one right here. Look, this is what he said. It looked like 1.5 million people, Trump said of the event. In reality, the attendance was much lower, with estimates ranging from 300,000 to 600,000 people. By contrast, former President Barack Obama, 2009 inauguration drew a record-breaking crowd of 1.8. And there it is right there. That's why you have to lie. Because more people came out to see President Barack Obama be inaugurated than you. You want your numbers to be comparable to his, but they wasn't. 600,000 people is a lot of people, but you're not happy with that. You want to lie when everybody can see the pictures for themselves. You should be glad that Barack Obama did what he did. Barack Obama set you up for success. He gave you a thriving economy. Thriving. Which people don't even give him credit for. Every chance you get, every chance that you get, you try to degrade this man about he didn't do this, he didn't do that. But yet, your success was made upon the path that he laid. And when you had the chance to put your stamp of approval on your first presidency, what did you do? You let the American citizen down because you didn't know how to handle COVID. And then when it was time for you to get out of there, what did you do? You sent your people up there to the Capitol building to what? As you say, stop the steal. If anybody that doesn't sound like they love America, it's you. And you shows it every time I turn around. You're a despicable person. It's just despicable. And every time I say, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, you come right back around and show how despicable you truly are. There's no pleasing this guy. But former President Carter said this, Trump is a disaster, and he managed to get under your skin once again. They say that you're going to be attending his funeral, which will be held at the National Cathedral in Washington on Thursday. You probably be sitting there mean mugging him. He got me again. He got me again. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, this guy, he's the greatest con man ever. And he conned people so well that he got reelected again to be the 47th president of the United States. But what type of president don't believe in American tradition? What type of person don't believe in having respect for their predecessors? What type of person is all about me, 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 and quick to say other people doesn't love this country, when every time you turn around, he shows that he's the one that really doesn't love this country? This is how it's always been done. When the president of the United States, former president, dies, they put their flags at half-mast for 30 days. But Donald Trump doesn't seem to understand that. So let me know down in the comments on what you think about this situation with the flags being at half-mast in honor of Jimmy Carter doing Donald Trump inauguration. The man on the street wants to know.